Peeps, what's happening? So, I wanted to tell y'all about my day. I had a pretty crazy day. I was really motivated this morning. I was going to get some shit done. Had my taking care of business socks on, And, it didn't seem to work out that way. I got into my feelings, and it seemed like, I don't know, it's like all of a sudden I just lost all hope and all faith. And I said, I asked God right then. I said, God, is there any good left in humanity? Or is there always a motive behind what somebody does? Can nobody just do something? And this is including me. Can nobody just do something because of pure love or because it makes somebody else happy, or it's always got to be some kind of motive. So anyway, I go to this store. I love Dirt Cheap. It's got so many things. And I go into Dirt Cheap, and while I'm in there, I don't know, my phone was acting crazy, so I turned it off. And instead of hitting restart, I just pushed power off, and it didn't come back on. Well, I don't know where, I don't know where I set the phone down or whatever, because if you've ever been in Dirt Cheap, it's got just so much stuff. And so I realized, that I had put my phone down and I have no clue where it is, and that I'm not going to be able to call it because it's not going to ring. And right then, my day went from my feelings from I can't even hardly breathe from what's going on to, oh my God, I'm having the worst day that I can possibly imagine. And this just puts the topping on the cake. And so, in the middle of this store, I start just crying and tears. It's been a really emotional day. So tears just start, I look like an idiot in the store just crying. And a lady comes up to me and she says, "Ma'am," she says, "are you okay?" And I said, "No, not really." I said, "I put my phone down somewhere and I can't find it." I said, "The bad thing is I turned it off, so." And she said, "It's okay, honey." She said, "We're going to find this phone." And I'm looking for the phone. My friend's looking for the phone. Now this lady's looking for the phone. And people are just, it's like the store is all of a sudden filling up with people. And I'm like, oh my God. Well, long story short, everybody in the store was looking for my phone. And here, I had lost all hope and faith in humanity and people being kind. And here everybody stops what they're doing to find a phone. And it's not really, if you look at the big picture of it, the big picture is that God put those people, these ladies were walking up and down the aisle praying, It just became like a, what's the word? It became like a lesson, which turned into a blessing. And eventually, the lady at the register calls and she says, "The lady looking for the phone, please come to register 3. So I go to register 3. And they had my phone. Well, I tell the ladies in the store, I said, thank you so much, you know. And one of the ladies said, ma'am, you need to give all the glory to God, because He's the one that let you find your phone. She said, I just want you to know I go to Healing Place Church. She said, what you need to do is find you a good church and get in it. And I knew right then, you know, that was God speaking through her. And another lady, you know, told me, she said, yeah, she said, I knew you were going to find your phone. It just took you having some faith. And I just knew right then. So, I guess what I'm trying to say to y'all is that, you know, God works in mysterious ways. But He can always make light of anything. So, I get my phone and I walk outside because I'm so tired of dirt cheap. I mean, I'm looking for my phone now for an hour and a half. And, oh, by the way, the little guy in the store that was a worker there, he told me, he said, ma'am, I can tell you this, I have an Apple iPhone at my house. I can go get it for you, and you can have that one. I mean, how awesome is that, you know? And so I go and I sit in the vehicle, and I'm waiting on my friend to come out. And a lady drives up, and she looks at me and she says, ma'am, are you okay? Because I'm still boo-hooing. And because I knew it was a God thing. And she comes up to me and she lays hands on me. And she starts praying. And she says, ma'am, she said, you are going to be delivered from everything. And she said, God just wants me to tell you that He will never leave you. And He's always here for you. So don't lose faith. And stay strong. And I knew right then. I just knew right then that the whole day was just like a spiritual thing, you know. And it really touched me. And as I was driving home, you know, the Lord said, you need to share this with people and let them know that I'm real and I'm not ever going to leave you nor forsake you. So you just remember, peeps, that when you feel like you have nothing left, and you feel you don't even know how you feel anymore, and your heart's crushed, just remember that you can look upon Him, and He helps. He does. And, man. So, that's, you know, He wanted me to share this. This is the real me. Hair wet. And, I don't know. Y'all have a good night. If you get something out of it, great. And if you don't, turn it off. But y'all have a good night, peeps. And just remember, you know, it could be worse. And it could always be worse. We woke up this morning. We're breathing. Have a roof over our heads. Clothes on our back. Apparently got internet because we're on Facebook. Woo! So, it could always get worse. So, peace out.